As you can tell, I couldn't figure out if they can actually do a green screen or not. I'm actually uploading a video which may or may not play behind me. I don't know if it will or not. I just really wanted to try a live stream here. According to my Rumble, though, it's like I'm looking on my channel as we speak, right? And it's still, maybe if I read fresh, I don't know what's going on here. See what? Okay, it is working. Blah 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 blah. Like Lucas Gage over here. I kind of look. I could. Do you reckon I could impersonate Lucas Gage? The Jews. We got a lot of the same opinions. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just on here to try out this Rumble Studio. It's kind of good. It's much like everything else on Rumble. It's got some fantastic features. Boom. No, it's not wanting to let me share the screen now. Okay, what if I switch? Yeah, it's got some. Okay, so there we go. I can share like that. All right, you seem to have to pre-select your. This is not going to be a terribly This is more of a test. If anyone's watching, apparently one person's watching on YouTube. Can you just comment, please? And can people comment? No one watching on X, or maybe it doesn't pick up. I would love to see if this would. Anyway, I'd love to see how I interact with people while doing this stream. This seems to be more, I guess I got to use the, what do you call it? OBS. Anyway, as we all know, I should not look at Twitter, but here we go. Oh, look, there we go. Scrolly scroll. Elon Musk says there should be no special categories. A clear call to violence against anyone is not okay. True, Elon. There shouldn't be. So why are there? I don't know, man. I don't know what it's like to be you, Elon, but I get the feeling that if someone shot you right in the fucking face and blew your brains out, you'd be okay. Anyone familiar with Revelation will understand what I'm saying. He's the Antichrist, people. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't know. Do you think the Antichrist would be autistic? Kind of strikes me as kind of, yeah. I think the Antichrist would have a touch of the tiz. Don't you reckon? Anyway, I was going to do a whole cast on. I'm just trying this out because we normally use StreamYard. And I really just wanted to. I just wanted to try out. Oh, look, there I am. Rumble test. And let me comment on my own thing here and see if anything comes through. Boom. Comment. Oh, this is enthralling. You guys must be loving this. Anyway, anyone got any tips for this thing? Because it's, yeah, I don't know. It's sort of, oh, this was fun. Arnold Schwarzenegger wants us to forgive him. Should we forgive him? Fuck you, Arnie. You weak piece of shit. No, fuck you. I'm not fucking... Okay, here's what I said to Arnie. Whether he reads it or not. If I believed you were genuinely and actually sorry, I'd forgive you. I should have added perhaps, but I'm limited because I'm not a paid member anymore, even though I got the blue tick. That's something, a little tip for everyone out there. If you want to get a blue tick, sign up to premium. Just make sure you select your name, get your name and your thingo sorted. Sign up to premium, and then once they verify you, you give them your ID and everything. Once they verify you, you've got your blue tick. I've got the blue tick, but I'm not paying for it. So you just pay for 1 month and you'll keep the blue tick. So it's kind of a cool feature. But if I change my name now or my profile picture, forget about it. Hey, forget about it. So okay, so yeah. Okay, we got 2 on the things and 2 on the things and none on the 1 on the Twitter and it's not showing up. So that's interesting. Anyway, yeah. So I say I'm not forgiving him. Anyway, fuck you, Schwarzenegger. Half my fucking family is dead because of cunts like you. You're sorry because there's a backlash, you weak man. You want my forgiveness. You apologize to my face. I say he does that to everyone. I say he has to go on a world tour. Fucking what kind of cunt? Seriously. Sorry, this is going to be a fucked up and angry stream. I was going to talk about the Whatever podcast. I'll do that on a separate stream, and I might try OBS with this thing because on OBS I can actually have video in the background, and I've got this perfect video of girls pillow fighting, which to me is just the kind of thing that should be popping in the background. But as far as I'm concerned, who the fuck does something that's responsible for potentially millions of deaths, millions of people suffering, cancers, heart problems, blood clots, death, and says, I'm sorry for saying this. You fucking supported those cunts. So you're not forgiven, Arnie. I'm guessing that Arnie has a bit of a new movie coming out, or he wants to make a new, and he wants to get back, because anyone with any sense is pissed off at these people now. Now, earlier on, I post like a fucking demon on my Twitter, BoxOfDogs, if you want to get swamped with insane fucking videos, because I'm just looking for content for the Truth Dungeon. The boys get pissed off with me. Hey, you fucking thing, it's insane. How else do you find content, motherfucker? Anyway, point is, I've got probably the most entertaining Twitter you will ever fucking see. It's just me having a mental breakdown usually, because that's the effect that Twitter has on me. I really should not ever look at social media, but Facebook I always go to, because like if you want to do a gig, you got to go on Facebook, because cunts can't fucking answer their phone and shit. We want content for the Truth Dungeon. I've got to come on Twitter. I've got to yell at people. I mean, there's no other choice. I mean, you name other. That's the internet, isn't it? Facebook and X. I actually used to find a lot of content on one of those other sites. Quite good for the content, but quite old, a lot of it. Anyway, let's see what we can actually do. Let's see what we can do with this.
I had 2 guys call in. They work at DNA testing.
All right, let's, that whole believe all women thing? Remember the believe all women?
Centers. I had 2 guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody called
and
Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing
it's two
mandatory.
It's 2 scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on a deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type. There's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out that because of medical reasons. You mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it, because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. We see it on Maury, we see it on paternity court, but yet we say men need to be held accountable. I had 2 guys call in. They were.
Anyway, my theory is that social media and the the internet is just destroying people and people are getting worse. I can't imagine people were like that in the past all the time. Yeah, maybe they were. I don't know. Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, this guy, they fed a fucking plastic bag to a hippo. I mean, who does that? Poor little hippo. Fuck, people are so fucked up. Anyway, it's Jordan fucking Peterson. Anyway, I'm looking for, there is a thing I did post about. It's Fauci, basically. Talking. This is interesting. I'm actually thinking that from now on, I'm going to tell people that I am vaccinated, even though I am a pure blood. One of the pure bloods, baby, as they call us. But check this shit out. Right?
Q79. Have you ever had a coronavirus COVID-19 vaccine? Yes, no, skip. If the answer is yes to the question, please call 1-800-RED CROSS before coming to donate to determine if this will affect your eligibility. So they're saying if you've had the vaccine, it affects your eligibility.
Yeah. So they don't want vaccinated blood. They're going to want my blood. Well, no, you can't have it. Go fuck yourself. You're not getting my blood. I hate needles. I hate needles unless they're in my hand. And they never let you do that. I always say to them, let me do it. I'll do it. I know where to dig. These motherfuckers. But they're always like, no, we have to do it. It's my fucking blood. No. They're like rapists, really. That's a bit of a... Oh, did you know cows can't fart, apparently? Anyway, there's a thing here. Oh, fuck it. I've had enough of the COVID bullshit. But this is interesting. It's all the same fucking bullshit. I really... and my thing skipped back. All right. I would like to know if anyone knows anything about this. This guy reckons cows can't fart. I just realized I didn't have it on presentation. I just tried to show you something. This really is a little... Okay, cows can't fart. Look, I'm going to play it again because I don't think that worked.
This is for information purposes only.
Cows can't fart.
I've been laughing my ass off for a year at least. These elites blaming cows for the CO2 problem and stuff. Cows can't fart. It's impossible. They belch once in a while, comes up out of the front, but they can't fart. That's how stupid these sons of bitches are. Do you hear me now?
So there you go. He, according to him, I don't know, he looks like a cow farmer, doesn't he? I think we can believe him. He looks like a cow farmer. Okay, this, I got to be honest, guys, using this thing as your interface for going live. No, we should stick with StreamYard. And yeah, you ROTC fucks can call me a boomer. I'm not a fucking boomer. I'm a Gen X. And I like StreamYard, so go fuck yourself, Royce. Go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a big fan of your show. I watch it every day, but I won't pay. I won't pay yet. Once I've made some money, I might subscribe and support your deviant lifestyles. So you can go out and fuck trannies or whatever the fuck it is you do. You weirdos. Anyway, according to that guy, cows can't fart. I'm gonna say that. Well, I don't know what the story is with that whole food thing. You know, why they're why they're getting rid of the cows. Also, the other problem with this thing, like, if anyone has commented, I have no idea how to see the comments. There doesn't seem to be any way to see the comments. I can share. I can add 9 participants. That's interesting. Ingresses. I don't know what an ingress is. I don't know anyone called ingress. Create and manage ingress connections here. I don't know what an ingress is. Let's create. Select a type. Ingress. Okay, that's something I'm going to have to like look at. Waiting room. Of course, there's no one in the waiting room because I haven't sent out an invitation. Nah, fellas, I think we're going to stick with yeah, the other one we use. Although I'm going to switch to OBS again. I'm going to go back to OBS. I'll try it. I'll tell you what, people, there's something weird going on. I bought one of those little fucking mini Macs. It's great. It does, except all the controls are different for some reason. Like, why would you do that? I don't know if it's my keyboard or what. Anyway, so the big news on Twitter, really, I was going to play a thing where basically Fauci is talking to some people. Someone secretly recorded him. Look, I'll see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, Alan Dershowitz. The age of consent must be lowered to 14. Statutory rape is outdated. Now, the fact is, he did say that, Alan Dershowitz, famous Jewish lawyer. He did say it. It's you can fact check it all you want. He did say it. He said it 22 years ago or more in a paper that he wrote at law school or something like that. So he's been on the pedophile push for quite some time. Interestingly, he's one of the main lawyers that defended quite a few. No, he defended Epstein. So he really put in the work early. He really got in there and was like, hey, let's legalize pedophilia and make my job a lot easier so I can get these fuckers off. Maybe he just knew what was coming. His mate. There's some interesting connections with what was it I saw the other day? It's okay, let me remember this. Epstein's lawyer, his son actually works in the US Senate and illegally approved $120 something million for Israel for bullets for Israel. I keep asking all these people that say leave Israel alone. All these people that keep saying leave Israel alone. Oh, you're all anti-Semites. Blah 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 blah. Every time I say to them, it's funny. I always figure I'm so small on Twitter. I always figure, they're not even going to see. You know, they're not even going to notice my stupid comments or whatever. Anyway, clearly Jordan Peterson saw it because he blocked me. That weak piece of shit. Because they keep coming out and attacking people for being anti-Semites. And they're like, oh, you're anti-Semitic. You're this, you're that, blah, blah. Oh, it's disgusting. Rah, rah, rah. And you say, how should I feel about Gaza? What's your position on Gaza? What's happening on Gaza? Block. Very disappointed that Owen Benjamin, I mean, he hasn't blocked me or anything, but he's done the same thing where he just ignores the question. I asked him the same question because his whole thing is stop blaming the Jews and just build your own thing, which is a great message, really. And to some degree, it's really all you can do, because if we continue this fucking cycle, it's what pisses me off. It's like, well, the Jews clearly haven't learnt their lesson. but neither has anyone else. But we just do this whole fucking Hitler thing again, or kick him out again, and then the whole thing starts all over again. So then they get another like victim thing where they can just be, so that fucking makes no sense. So yeah, Owen, I think, is very right. Owen was very right about Jordan Peterson a long time ago. Before I did, I admired the guy. There's even a photo of me out there with him. And I plan on hunting that down and erasing it from the internet because I don't want that out there, me associated with that fucking shill. I'm pretty certain that he is owned. I mean, he's definitely owned. He works for the Daily Wire. But, yeah, I mean, he's got to be... he's got to be blackmailed. He's got to have done something. And his daughter's all on there going, oh, these horrible... But, like, they're just... I don't know. It's just not a good look. Okay. Oh, this is so annoying. I'm scrolling. Like, I really need to open the tabs and have the things all ready to go. But then I've got a million tabs. I can't work that way either. I don't know why. Like, I should be able to just scroll through my Twitter and play things, but when I click on the video, it zaps straight back up to the top. So anyway, now normally, here we go. If I can find the other video, there's a great video of let's scroll up, presentation. This thing's too slow and clunky. This look. As with everything on Rumble, there's some great functions on it, and you can say whatever the fuck you want, which is great. Well, to a degree, they still have, there are certain limitations, but generally you can speak pretty freely. Not that I particularly want to say stuff anymore. Like, when we first started doing it, it was fun to drop the N-bombs and the F-slurs and whatever, but it's kind of boring now, so I don't really give a shit. And it doesn't achieve anything because no one ever understands what I'm doing with it. It's very frustrating. Anyway, normally I don't listen to celebrities. I kind of hate them. Like, I tend to have an attitude towards celebrities that, like, well, actors particularly, and I'm an actor myself, but I'm an actor in like small fucking underpaid student projects and whatever. I enjoy acting; it's good fun. But if I ever get to the point where I'm paid the big bucks and I'm invited to Hollywood, which is never going to happen. But if that ever did happen, I would highly advise you never listen to me again. Right? That's the point. These fuckers that are... However, this guy, I've heard people that have talked about him. I've heard really quite good things about him. He's a bit of an animal, apparently. He's like animal in a good way. He's just quite a unique human. And this particular thing is kind of cool, what he says. Maybe it's scripted, maybe it's not. Maybe he came up with it, maybe someone else did. But I do approve this message.
The habit of buying junk fast foods that have no actual food in them. We buy gallons of poisonous household cleaners when one degradable soft soap will do. We are poisoning our homes and wasting our hard-earned money for no good reason. Why? Because the advertising industry tells us to. They just want you to buy stuff. For example, if a company pollutes the environment or uses bad business practices, if you don't buy their stuff, they will change. If you don't want food with chemicals or GMOs in it, then don't buy it. The minute we start taking responsibility and spending our money wisely, every politician, every corporation, and leader around the world is going to know that we have woken up. This is the 21st century. If we use our resources wisely, there's no reason why anyone shouldn't have what they need. There's no reason whatsoever why people are still starving to death on our planet. And the common man or woman, whether they are Israeli or Palestinian, Protestant or Catholic or Iraqi or American, the common man just wants to live in peace and justice in a clean environment. When we look around the world and we see that that is not the case, we know that the will of the majority is not being listened to. That's the first sign that our system is broken. Government won't make these changes for us. Yet again, it is down to the common man. No company will continue a practice or a product that you, the consumer, will not buy. It's vitally important that you understand this because this gives you ultimate power to change the world you live in. Companies are extremely sensitive about you buying their products because if you don't buy their stuff, they go out of business. That's not something any company is willing to consider. And by choosing to spend your money wisely, you can promote those companies that do business in a socially responsible way. The habit of
Yeah, so I think Chuck Berry makes some good points there. Yeah, like Chuck Berry's really onto something, I think. I can't remember his name. I'm hopeless with names. Ed Norton, Chuck Berry. I'm just going to call him Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, yeah, that is true, and that is also kind of the same message that Owen Benjamin is pushing. Do your own thing. I mean, it always comes to like, why not start your own bank? I mean, Owen put up a thing where the Chad guy is like, "What's a bank?" Like, come on, Owen, you're better than that. Fucking hell. Anyway, I get it though. It's kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, as Chuck Berry says, Chuck fucking Berry, I can't remember his name. I mean, that is the point. If we do our own, if we conscientiously buy the things that, if we hold these companies account, they will change. The problem is, so I remember back in the 90s, a friend of mine came over and he was like a fairly socially conscious guy. And he was like, don't buy Cadbury's anymore. Don't buy Cadbury chocolate. They're tearing down the forest somewhere, or they're doing something. And it's really, I like Cadbury chocolate. It's my favorite chocolate. So, my activism goes up to chocolate. As far as I'm concerned, Cadbury's could be fucking clubbing baby seals to make their fucking chocolate, and I'd still eat it. That's how much I really care. Personally, my recently, what Hitler said about feminism. That's fun. My political views have changed quite a bit recently. Oh, Vietnam, wasn't that fun? Oh, look at that. Cuba. Oh, yeah, this is all some, what America's been up to. They're kind of fuckers, really. Anyway. Come on, switch, you bastard. Okay, yeah. So anyway, my political views have changed recently. I think I've figured out what I don't know what the name for it is, but what I noticed recently, I put up a oh god, you don't want to see that shit. I put up a post recently. I have friends that are on the right and on the left because I don't know, I can get along with people. I don't need to agree with everything you think to get along with you. Harvey and I, for example, we disagree about lots of stuff. We're still friends. It doesn't fucking matter. You mother. I just found the video I was looking for. I click on it, and what happens? It scoots back up to the top. All right, I found it again. Okay. So, anyway, actually, this covers. So I will come back to politics in just a second, but this with the food thing and the products we buy and whatnot. I have no idea. This is a Russian guy. I don't know what the outlet is, but this is generally fast food.
Sue. Yeah.
Yeah, won't touch it. He's not interested.
Бургер.
Yeah, have a bite of the burger. Yeah. Fuck
Хорошо,
off.
стоп. Мясо.
Yeah, look. No.
Мясо.
Yeah, no.
Том, открой рот. Том,
Yeah.
открой. Мясо. Том, ну ты чё, блин, а? Кабан, давай есть.
This guy wants to get eaten.
Том, держи.
Yeah, he'd rather eat him.
Мясо, давай. Том, мясо. Вот.
Yeah,
Том,
don't
неправильно.
All right, see, point is, bear no want the fast food, you see. So, point is, if you're going into the woods, eat a lot of fast food because then the bears won't fucking touch you. They'll just come up and be like, "Rah, I'm gonna fucking eat you," and then they'll go, "Ugh, you're gross." But if you are what you eat, why does fast food slow you down? That's my question. And does a rubber duck float because it's rubber or because it's a duck? These are the questions that no one can answer. It's just impossible to answer that question. Anyway, so politically, yeah. So I noticed, I have friends on the right and on the left, and subsequently, very few people actually will interact with me on Facebook because they're all like scared to be associated with me for some reason or whatever it is. I don't know what their problem is. I don't want to speak to what it is, but they just kind of like, I don't know, because we have differing opinions and they can't handle. Anyway, I put a thing up a little while ago that was kind of it was a bit of a sooky post. And I noticed the only person that actually interacted with me or the only few people was kind of a lot of the people on the right, people that I would, you would consider probably right-wing people. And I started to think, well, it really seems like right-wing people are the more caring ones. That seems odd. And then I saw a post the very next day that was like a lefty person going, "I'll always be on the left because the left are the ones who care," and blah 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 blah. And I've never received more unadulterated hate than I've received from the left. However, I will also say that people on the left have also reached out at times in a caring way. Although they are very fucking hateful people. They're like, well, we're the party of understanding and tolerance. And that's why we want to kill Trump and shit down his neck, because we understand and tolerate everything. Yeah, fuck you. But anyway, it just made me realize it's not about right or left. It never has been. We all know that it doesn't matter whether you vote right or left. The same shit's going to happen. The right or left paradigm is like the baubles for us. They toss us a few crumbs. Here in Australia, it's like, and everyone votes. Everyone's voting is self-interested. Everyone votes from self-interest. Like, if you're unemployed, you'll vote for Labor because they're better with like unemployment benefits and things. And every now and then they'll toss out. A few years ago, they tossed out like $2,000 worth of dental care, and we were all fucking stoked. But if you've got a business, you're running a business, you'll vote Liberal because they talk about tax cuts and stuff. So people only ever vote from self-interest. And I'm a little weird like that. I will often vote against my own interest because I think it's just better for, I don't know, whether it's kind of the moral thing or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's probably my own self-interest in some other fucked up way. It's kind of like, I don't know, doing what I think is probably right for whatever. Anyway, we don't need to. So anyway, the conclusion I've come to is I've never been able to really get behind the left or right paradigm. I can't choose one saying that they're particularly better than the other ultimately, and I really believe that the left right paradigm keeps us divided as people. So I'm now fully supportive of dictatorships. I know the people on the left will be like, well, you'll vote for Donald Trump because he's going to be a dictator. I don't think he's, I don't know. I don't think he could pull dictatorship off. No, I mean a real dictator, like your Kim Jong-uns, your Hitlers, your even those Russian cunts, the Stalins. No, we need a good, strong dictator because it'll bring the people together. It'll unite the people in hating the dictator. Then again, people loved Stalin and fucking all those guys. People are fucking idiots. I'm an idiot too. I'm not putting myself above other people. This is let's just show this because who doesn't love pictures of hot girls, hot e-thots? This was Jordan Peterson, only child and desperate her high IQ and respectable background. He still raised her into something that posts pictures like these on the internet. Why would I listen to his opinion on anything political? People do get rather uppity about stuff like this. I don't know. She looked quite good. It's a little weird having the baby in the background. But what's kind of maybe a little weirder is that Jordan Peterson himself liked that post. It's, the amount of stories I've heard, which has actually led me to believe that he and Michaela maybe have had some weird things going. I don't know. Let's not get into that, but maybe their relationship's not as healthy as it could be. Maybe he's got a bit of the Biden in him. Who knows? Who cares? He's sold out. So I'll throw an allegedly in there. I didn't actually say anything. I just said maybe and whatever, but I'll throw an allegedly in just in case anyone wants to get litigious. But I just don't fucking. Anyway, I did post. Oh, it's on my other profile. It's on Niggernometry. Yeah. I posted a thing about. I'll just skip out here and see if I can find it real quick because it's quite interesting. It's Fauci. Someone actually recorded Fauci. Will this even let me switch? Start screen share. Okay, yeah, so you've got to do all that stuff. All right. Look, this is like everything else on Rumble. It's just a little clunky at the moment. I hope they get this better because it's I really like Rumble has such potential if their tech was just that bit better, it'd be kind of amazing. Terry is all done in makeup. He really annoys me. That good. No, it's not on Niggernometry either. Okay. All right, I can't find it, but there is a recording of not Jordan Peterson, Fauci going off. All right, so look, I'm gonna, as they say, land the plane. Although streaming is nothing like really, people on the internet love to like big up themselves, like land the plane. This is nothing like flying a plane. Nothing like flying a plane. And I don't know because I can't fly a plane, but I imagine I've been in planes. Therefore, I am qualified to say that streaming is nothing like flying. But I'll tell you what. Oh God, you're annoying. Tell you what. Let's I don't even know actually at the moment how, oh yeah, there's the end stream button. Okay. So I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna leave you with this because I think it's important that ugly men get this message. So I'm gonna give this fugly bitch the last word, and I'll say see you later. And I will try and stream some more because I've been meaning to get back into it, and I'll get the OBS and I'll start throwing out invites. So who knows who will come on? Maybe we'll get Steve Hughes back. Maybe we'll get some other guests. We'll see. But I think this is the message of the evening that we all need to hear.
I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me. Like, the audacity, like, stay in your lane. The audacity, like, stay in your lane.
Stay. The audacity. Stay in your lane.